Starting in just a moment. Well, eventually. It says it's streaming. Yes, it's going. Oh, good.
Chief.
Hang on.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, it's just one moment. We're going to get this set up onto the screen here in just a minute.
You have two lines here.
Yes. You can hear us. And all that. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you see us? We can see you.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to have to use this.
It's not moving.
Good morning, Albert and Donna.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What we have, welcome back. They just actually got back from a trip. My administrative assistant for this trip is Debbie. Everybody give Debbie a round of applause. What that means is she gets to pull all the ducks in a row in addition to them getting the ducks in a row. These are our ducks in a row up here. She has copied off lots of stuff, which include registration. Go ahead and start handing those out if you would. Registration packets, also where we will be going and what we will be doing. And there's disclaimers in that, all of that, payment plans, and so all of them are on there. Thank you. And so you guys all grab that, and even though they don't, Donna and Albert don't have this up or down in Sacramento where they're at, they obviously are the ones that have all this information, and it's online. To those of you who are listening to us, watching us online, and that's people really, actually, they go all across the country, is CL Tours, C Charlie Larry Tours.org, and you can get all the information online about all of the all of the packets that we're having there. You can also register online. So we're going to be talking more about the payments and the deposits, but I'm going to turn it over to Donna and Albert to explain to you everything and anything you want to know. And Debbie, if you can hang out back there, so anybody coming in, you catch anyone coming in with that. Okay, Donna and Albert, it's all yours. They're listening.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm Donna.
And I'm Albert. We're owners of Christian Legacy Tours since 2005.
And our mission is to teach people what the Christian heritage of our nation is. We have done this with both schools and churches.
Approximately 10 years ago, we had a tour with Todd's old church in Chester, California.
And so we have an 8-day tour planned for MLCC. You will see that many of our forefathers were Christians, not all, but all had a Christian worldview. Christian worldview was prevalent. And we're living in a day when there's a revisionist movement in history. And so we will look at primary source documentation as we visit the places that played a role in the founding of our nation. If you have a copy of the tour, and Albert even updated it last night online, you'll see that the tour starts in Boston. We'll go back to the year 1620. We'll see how the Pilgrims put Christ central in their lives. Plymouth Plantation, we'll visit that. We'll visit the Forefathers Monument. as well as visit some Revolutionary War sites like Lexington and Concord and the Freedom Trail. And so it starts there in Boston. We already have planned this Christian historian will meet us and talk to us about the forefathers. Then we'll spend most of the day, one of the days in Boston at the Boston plantation. It's a very much of a recreation of what it looked like back in the 1600s. And then we move to New York, where we will visit the 9/11 Memorial, which is very moving. We'll go to St. Paul's Church, where after the 9/11 incident, many of the firefighters and others took refuge there. The church stood through all of the commotion there. We'll visit sites such as the Empire State Building. We'll see a Broadway play. Our tour continues in Philadelphia. We'll do a walking tour. We'll go to the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall. We'll go Franklin Court, and we plan to go to Christ Church, where many of our founding fathers worshipped. We then move to Valley Forge. Valley Forge is that terrible winter General Washington had. We'll hear about that. We'll hear how his faith sustained him. And we've been in contact with a portrayal player, a man that goes across the country representing George Washington, and he specifically talks about George Washington's faith. And so we'll do that from Philadelphia, Valley Forge, and then we move to Gettysburg. And it's an incredible place to visit. It's a Civil War battleground, and we have a guide that will hop on the bus, and that person will tell us play by play what happened in that 3-day battle. More people died in that battle than in all of Vietnam. And so we will look at that at Gettysburg. We'll be able to see the visitor center, spend some time there. From Gettysburg, we move to Washington, D.C. We go to the Capitol. We go to tour the Capitol. We will see in the Rotunda where the paintings show the foundation of the Christian faith. We'll go to Ford's Theater. We'll see the play One Destiny. We'll learn about Lincoln's faith. We'll visit monuments where you will see biblical references. We'll visit, as time permits, we got to check our schedule though, Arlington to see the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And we're also applying for the White House visit. And if anybody has a connection to anybody there, get you up further on the list for the White House. And we need, as soon as possible in the registration paperwork, Social Security numbers so we can get cleared to see it. So we're praying about getting in there. We have about a 50% chance usually because so many groups apply. So this is truly a trip of a lifetime. It's a fast-paced, Christian heritage-based, fun-filled trip. And my advice to you is to put on your walking shoes and let's go. The trip includes all transportation, all your hotel stays. You'll be eating breakfast at the hotel. It includes all dinners, all tours. What's not included is your lunch. We've stopped at various locations, food courts or cafes or what have you. Lunch isn't included. The price is, if you go on the site, $25.50 for double occupancy, less for four, and a little bit more for a single person. You can register online. We have a deposit due by December 1st of $400, so we can move forward with all the reservations that you will need. And then online there is a payment schedule. And so we don't bug you about the payments. We just expect you to pay us on the date. If you can't, if you notify Albert, we can make other arrangement for later payments. So now I just want to open it up to any questions that anybody might have.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take the tour first, and then we'll go to any financial questions. as you look over that
The
tour
tour in
date,
Albert, even
there
updated it last
are
night
tour
online.
days over the
You'll
first
see
couple
that-
pages. Anything on there that you have a question about? Just so you
Tour
know, when she
starts
was
in
mentioning
Boston.
the White
We'll go
House,
back to this
50-50. In a transitional year, we don't know, but this is the time we'll
In
drop
20,
every
see
name
how
possible
the pilgrims,
to
put
get inside
Christ
of the White
central
House.
in
So
their lives.
it is good
Plymouth
if anybody has a
Plantation, we'll
present
visit that.
connection. I'm trying through some contacts in the past to see
visit the Forefathers
if we can
Monument,
do that. But
as
a lot
well
of
as
times
visit
that
some
helps.
revolutionary-
And if not, we're going to just, we're going to do our best there to make that
There's more
happen. But
sites
as you
like
look down through
Lexington,
isn't that a crazy
Concord,
good schedule?
and the
I mean,
Free-
listen, you're moving. This is going to be information overload, but I'm going to tell you it's the best
Some
information
trails.
overload you'll ever
And
experience.
so,
Any
it starts
questions
there in
about the
Boston.
trip?
We
None about the days, tours.
already
When
have
she
planned,
mentioned when we're in
this,
food courts, the
Christian
lunch is on your
historian
own.
will lead us-
And remember this, lunch. I mean, you'll just purchase because we'll all be going in different directions
Talk to us about the
in
fore-
food courts and stuff
forefathers.
like this.
Then we'll
Just so you
spend
know,
most of the
I went
day-
on this same tour, not with them, with someone else. I didn't pay for it at the time. My
one of
boss
the days in
did,
Boston
but they paid
at the,
$3,700
at the Boston,
for
plantation.
me
It's
to
a
go
very
on
much
it.
a
And it didn't even
recreation of
hit
what
all of these
it
spots.
looked like.
It didn't even hit them. We didn't even go to Gettysburg Valley Forge. So I just want you to know
back
this
in
is
the
a screaming
1600s.
deal, and they're giving it to
And,
us for that.
then we
I actually have a page off of their website. Let's talk. So no other questions about the actual days?
New
Okay,
York,
go ahead, George.
where we will visit the 9/11
Hold on, you guys.
Memorial.
You got to use this mic so they can hear it.
Which is very moving. We'll go to St. Paul's Church where
Remember the band concert in
after the 9/11 incident,
the
many
Twilight
of
Tattoo, the
firefighters
band
and
around the
others,
Washington Monument. Is it that same time? Yeah.
took refuge
I don't know.
where the church stood. We
Yeah, I
couldn't
don't
hear
know.
the question. We couldn't hear the question.
Do you guys know anything about that, Donna or Albert?
No, we don't know anything about it. We have seen it before, so if they are there the same days we are there, there is a good possibility that we can attend.
Is he talking about the tattoo, the Twilight tattoo? I couldn't hear the
Yes.
question.
Yes, it is Twilight Tattoo.
We'll
Yes.
go to the Liberty.
Do
We
you
have
know when
seen it.
that's-
Independence Hall.
Go ahead. Go
We
ahead.
have seen it. We have seen it before, but there's only certain days that they do it, so we'd have to see how our schedule lines up with that. Worshipped. We then moved to Valley Forge.
Good question.
Valley
Anybody
Forge,
else? Another question about the trip? Did you have one, Fran?
Is that terrible winter General Washington had? We'll hear about that.
Sherry, one of the participants here will be coming. Fran has her daughter Sherry lives in North Carolina. Can she just make her own flight arrangements to meet us in Boston, or would it even be better or cheaper going through you for that? In fact, I would say that for anybody coming from any other part of the country, what should they do about that?
We can give them a land only price to take away the air flight price. We will just need to back that out to give them their price, depending on what occupancy they're going to do on the trip. So yes, we can do that, and they can meet us in Boston at the hotel and go from there, or at the airport if it lines up with our schedule. But yes, we can back out the air price.
Okay. And a number of our snowbirds that'll be coming will be back at that time, but they may be in that same circumstance. And if you have any questions about that snowbirds, then they're watching us on a YouTube live channel. Everybody wave. They're looking at you. Say hi. Hi. And by the way, so let's talk a little bit about prices. This comes from the website. For a single occupancy for the trip is $2,650. Double, obviously, that's two people going. There's $2,500 per person. The triple occupancy is 2,300 and the quad occupancy is 2,200. And believe it or not, I believe we have one family, a family that initially approached me. They live down in Chico and they're not here right now, but they're watching this, who I believe are going to have 4. So I don't have any doubt that this is going to fill up. And so my concern is, I hope everybody on the outside doesn't beat the inside, because I've said I've given priority to the people that are here. So, other questions about finances?
Faith. We'll go to Ford's Theater. We'll see the play One Destiny.
Oh, what does it say? It says
we'll learn about Lincoln's faith.
On our sheet. Where'd you get that? Is that sheet from the website?
Biblical references.
Oh. There's 2 different prices. The one that she pulled on your website, one says 2,500, and the one in our pages that you got from the payment schedule says 2,600 single, 2,400 for double, and 2,350 for triple, and 2,300. Is that correct, Donna and Albert?
No, the 2,500 is the correct. We had to update it. We discussed, and you wanted a couple more things on the trip, and so we updated. So when we settled on the price, it was the 25 for the double occupancy, and that's been.
Excuse that, you guys. We are finalizing some of the last things. They've been gone the last 9 days, so forgive that little bit of a difference. So it's the double is 2,500. So that is just want to make that correction. The single is 20, and the single is 2,650 or 26.
Yeah, it's whatever is current on the website. What we went to, Todd, to just let you know, we decided to make it easier on the people, a fully escorted bus, meaning that we're not changing our transportation mode throughout the trip. So we have arranged through a bus company. They'll pick us up at the airport, and basically they will take us all the way through till we end our trip in Washington, D.C. After we've done this trip with a lot, like taking the train down, doing different things like that. But we thought with 50 people moving luggage, all of that, what would be the best use of our time? So that's when we went into negotiations with the bus company just prior to our being gone. That raised it just a little bit, but we have a bus that's with us the whole time. But in Philadelphia, we still have that bus, but they drop us. We do a walking tour. And New York, you will see when you're there, we'll be dropped at certain locations. We do a lot of walking in New York, but our bus basically is available to us as we need it. So that changed, the transportation changed the cost just a little bit. We updated it on the website. You probably didn't get it, so but it is updated on the website.
And there you're also looking at one point of the train from Boston down to Philly, but as you guys can imagine, the logistics of that are very tough. By doing just the bus, we get to watch these great DVDs at the same time and be together. So, we got those planned in the middle of our little destinations that I'll be working out with Albert and Donna. Any other questions about financial or the tour at all?
On the date, if you can't, if you notify Albert, we can make other arrangement for later payments. So now I just want to open it up to any questions that anybody might have.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take the
Todd, are you there?
tour first. And then
Did we lose the feed? Hello?
as you look over that
Hello? They're gone.
tour date,
Hello?
anything on there that you have a question about?
You want to call him back?
She was mentioning
Oh, yeah.
White House 50-50 In a transitional year, we don't know, but this is the time. We'll
Hello?
try every name possible to get inside of the White House. Donna?
Hello?
So it is good if anybody has
I'm here. Can you hear me?
connection.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Contact.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, we lost for a second there.
We lost you.
Yeah,
You think
you're there now. You can hear us?
I can hear
yeah,
you
I can hear
now?
you good. Yeah, if people were shy about asking questions, they can send to our email, cltours@gmail.com, or they can give me a call. The number is on the website also.
Yes, CL Tours. If you have individual questions, cltours@gmail.com. Albert gets back to you right away.
And what's a phone number
Are you there?
they can reach you at? Those people
Oh.
online. Can you
No.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
916-690
No.
7057.
One more
Or
time?
C 916